This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 449 Silver Moss Court, Simi Valley, California, 93063. Performing a video waste inspection through a 2-inch ABS cleanout located on the right-hand side of the house, just outside the kitchen window. This is our 2-inch ABS cleanout here. This is our kitchen window here. This goes out towards the rear of our property here. And this runs out towards the front of our house here. And we went ahead and zeroed out our camera monitor here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drop down and take a good look at what appears to be black ABS sewer piping. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. What we'll do is we'll just push through slowly and just take a good look at the black ABS sewer piping. It does appear to have a little bit of buildup. A little bit of a belly here. So again, we're just going to what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to run a little bit of water to help us push out. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, what we're doing is we're running a little bit of water just to help us push out. And again, it does appear that we do have a little bit of buildup and debris in this area. So again, we're just going to continue to push out. And again, what we'll do is we'll just continue to push out. And we are running some water, so we just want to see if that water goes past us, and it just passed us now. So again, we're going to just continue to push out. And that does appear to be possibly our opening here at the front of the house. Again, we'll just push out a little bit further. Make a little bit of a turn. It does appear we're dropping down into what appears to be 4-inch. So again, we'll just continue to push out. And we're making another turn. And I think by now we've pushed out towards the front of our house. So what we'll do here is we'll just pause for a moment and we'll double check and locate this area. So we'll pause here. Okay, again, we went ahead and shut our water down. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back. We did push out just to take a good look at our waistline, and we did come out towards the front of our property. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, we do have a little bit of debris and buildup in our black ABS waistline, but all the joints thus far all appear to be in fair condition. Well, as we push in, it does appear that we do have a crack in our black ABS waistline. Very difficult to tell. We're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, like I mentioned, we did run some water and we did pull back on our black ABS waistline. And that, again, as we pull back, you can see there, right around the 12 o'clock area, it does appear that we do have a crack in our black ABS waistline. And again, this possibly could be Phoenix black ABS waistline. So again, what we're going to do is we're just going to pause here for a moment and we're going to locate this area. We'll pause here. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and it is at 2 foot 9 inches deep, and this is just in our entryway. So again, what we're going to do is we're just going to pause our mic here for a moment, and we're going to pull back, and we'll pull back towards, actually we're going to push out a little bit further and just see if we see this crack anywhere else as we push out. We do have the water shut down, so we're just going to push a little bit further out than we did before. So we're going to pause our mic here. Okay, we are going to run a little bit of water just to help us push out, so we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pause here for a moment. We're going to let the water run down. We're just going to pull back from here, so we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, again, what we're going to do is we're going to pull back slowly, and we're just going to take a good look as we pull back. We did shut the water down, and again, you do got a little bit of debris there. So again, we're just pulling back slowly. We make a little bit of a turn, a little bit of a gap there in that joint there, but it just wasn't seated properly. And again, we're just going to continue to pull back slowly. What we're going to do is we're just going to take a good look just to see if we notice any other cracks in the waistline, and take a good look at the joints. Make a little bit of a turn. Got a tie in there, pulling up. And again, very hard to determine here, right around the 7 o'clock area. What appears to be a little bit of a crack, but again, it could be possibly a glue over pour, or it could be a crack in the black ABS pipe. We do have signs of black ABS Phoenix pipe in the attic, and typically that piping is known to crack in the joints. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as you can see in this area here, right around the 7 o'clock area as well, you can see that it does appear to be what appears to be a crack, but again, it could possibly be glue over pour in that joint. Very hard to determine. So again, we'll continue to pull back. And we got a little bit of a gap in that joint there, just wasn't seated properly. And again, as we pull back, you can see here right around the 11 o'clock area on the monitor, you can see that we do have a fairly large crack. Continues to run all the way to the joint there. And again, as we pull back, it continues to crack, runs right about that area, this area here. So again, as I mentioned, we do have a crack, as you can see there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back. And this is approximately 29 feet, 30 feet on our camera monitor. Again, we just continue to pull back. And again, it does appear that we do have another crack in this area here, as you can see right around the 2 o'clock area. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're just going to identify this area as well.
Last night I did a little research.
Okay, again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And as we continue to pull back, as again, you can see here right around the 12 o'clock area, it's right around the 3 o'clock area on our camera monitor, you can see that's the starting of a crack there. And again, this is in the kitchen area next to the island, the center island there in the kitchen. Again, there's a crack there. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back, and we're just going to take a good look as we pull back slowly. And you can see there's more areas here that are cracked as well.
Are any of these sections under the island?
I think so.
We'll make a little
Because
bit of a
it makes
turn.
a turn. So you see where that bookshelf is right here?
Yep.
So that's where we were when we first located that one.
And again, we're heading back towards our
and then
kitchen
it makes
sink.
A turn and then comes straight
And again,
towards us.
Right under the island.
Right under, yeah.
This area here got a little bit of buildup and debris in this area, so
under
it's
the
a little
walkway or under the island?
difficult to tell. But
I want to say under the island.
yeah, it does appear that we do have a crack in this area as well. Okay, again, as I mentioned, it does appear that we do have a crack in this area here. And as you can see, it's from about the 7 o'clock area going all the way up and around to about the 12 o'clock. And then right around the 9 o'clock area, you can see that there's a split right down the middle. And again, the crack does appear to be at the top. So we did locate this area inside the kitchen area, and this is in between the island sink and the kitchen sink. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, it does appear that we do have another crack here, and this crack here is the full radius of the pipe, as you can see, coming around from about the 6 o'clock going all the way up and around to about the 12 o'clock. We do have some debris there at the bottom of the pipe, so again, very difficult to tell the overall condition down there at the bottom of the pipe. A lot of buildup, a lot of scaling down there, so again, we're just going to pull back slowly. Now we're getting into a little bit of water, a little bit of debris. This area here is, we do have an area here where we are holding quite a bit of water and debris in this area. And right now we don't have any water running, but we do have some water, still water in this area. So we do have a belly in this area. And this is, again, in between the island sink and the kitchen sink. So you can see, again, we do have a belly in this area.
What does the belly mean?
So again, we're going to pull back slowly. And again, in this area, it's very difficult to tell, to identify any cracks or any breaks in this area, just due to the buildup and the scaling. So we're just going to continue to pull back slowly, heading back towards our 2-inch clean out. And again, we do have another fairly large break in that area as well. As we pull back towards the clean out, you can see it clearly right around the 9 o'clock area. You can see there, as we push in, you can see that there's a large crack right there. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we do have another break in that area. You can see right around the 9 o'clock. So again, we're just going to continue to pull back. And we're going to pull up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video waistline inspection.